never had poo hit my hand before.
I mean,
And you know, my wife sometimes uses that bathroom.
So bad, bro.
Here it is, another episode in a trailer park.
That's what I'm talking about.
Round 2. So this is your host, Will That Sucked. Ian, Will That Sucked. We have another episode for you. Hey, so he came back. I'm glad he did, because it's really boring talking to myself and, doing things by myself.
So you do podcasts by yourself every once in a while?
No.
Okay.
I did it a couple times, and I realized how stupid it was and how dumb I sound. Yeah, so I was like, no, I'm not doing it now.
Okay, just kind of reflecting on yourself and everything?
Yeah, and I did it. I remember doing a thing, like I could be like motivational talker about COVID, like, we need to be unified, we can do this, and I just watched the video, I took it down. Yeah, I deleted it. I was like, I'm not even posting this.
Awesome.
Yeah. But I'm glad you're on, man. We had some exciting things going on. You passed your insurance exam.
Yeah, I did that, and we were planning on doing this show last week, but man, when did it start snowing? Was it last week?
Last week, yeah.
Okay, that's crazy.
Well, your kids were out of school.
Yeah,
because
exactly,
they were preparing for the snow and everything, or if it was snowing.
Yeah.
But, Jonesboro, where we live at, it is... That's all right. Go
yeah, man. No, you're good.
It doesn't snow here that often, like as much as it did for
Just
the past 2
down.
days.
Right,
2 days of back-to-back storms.
Yeah.
And so people were like losing their crap over it. They didn't know what to do.
Yeah. So 2 weeks has went by.
Yeah.
A lot has happened. I finally passed my insurance exam.
Mm-hmm.
I've gotten a lot fatter since then. I think I've gained about 5 or 10 pounds, bro.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, me coming from the gym,
Yeah.
for the past 7 years,
Right.
you think I'd work out all the time, but I got so just not wanting to work out because the place you work at every day,
Yeah.
how much more time do you want to spend there? And I love oatmeal cream pies that my wife keeps on
yeah.
buying.
Those are good. No, but it's just a thing, though. Okay, so let me ask you a question. You've been working there 7 years, right?
Right.
So I see that you guys pick up weight and put it on, like, you get a workout working there. You pick up 45-pound
That was
weights.
part of my workout
multiple
one
times,
yeah.
and you walk around the gym with it.
Yeah.
And they just built a new extension on that gym where we go. And, like, it's so much bigger now, so you have to walk from one end to the other of the gym with weight.
Right.
So, I mean, you're essentially getting an 8-hour workout.
So, there you go. So, I was putting in 10 to 15,000 steps, a day.
Really?
Where I'm now just kind of sitting at the office and going from here to there. Maybe putting in 1,000, 2,000.
Okay, yeah.
So, I mean, my body is like, what in the crap is going on right
And you were
now?
stressing about the test.
Yeah.
So it's stress does add weight. We'll just let's be honest with each other. I know it. I've seen it. I felt it. I've definitely seen it. But no, dude, I'm glad things are working for you. For that insurance.
Yeah. Side note on them oatmeal and cream pies. So I never thought this would happen to me. Mm-hmm. So I ate like 4 of them in one sitting. Okay, and this was within 3 or 4 minutes. And the next morning, I had an oatmeal pie hangover. Like, swear to God, like
sugar buzz.
Yeah, well, no, the back of my throat was just like dry as all get out.
Yeah.
I had a headache.
Yeah.
I felt like I had a hangover. I was like, man, I can't win here, man. So doing stuff, to the extreme is never good.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it can be at some point, but oatmeal cream pies just dominating them.
There is a limit to everything.
Exactly.
You have to put a limit to everything, and it sucks because I love, like, my wife is a heck of a cook, man. And she can cook some awesome meals, and there's very seldom she does not cook anything that tastes like dog food. Right?
Right, yeah, they're excellent.
She's a great cook, but, man, I tell you, like, some of her best meals are the most unhealthiest meals.
Right.
She's made some bomb, like, country fried steak that you would think that she picked it up from Cracker Barrel and brought it home. And I'm like, how did you do that? She's like, in the air fryer, which is totally way more healthier than putting it in a pan and filling it with oil.
Oh, definitely.
With the air fryer, all you have to do is spray the pan with, like, some vegetable oil.
Right.
Put it in there, and it just air fries everything to, like, 400-something degrees. And it's
less of a mess, everything.
Yes, and it is life.
Does she make way more than she needs to, or does she make, like, the perfect amount? Or
It depends. It depends. When we first got married, it's funny, though, when we first got married, we were, like, cooking for an army. It was just the two of us, and I think she would stress and think that we wouldn't have enough food for the week, so she would make these, like, big chilies or big, soups that could last for a month for the two of us.
Yeah.
And then we forget about it.
Yeah.
Because it's pushed into the back.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, we're like, open the fridge, like, what the heck is that smell?
Yeah.
And it's like, I look at it, and there's like stuff growing out there looking at me like this from the pot, like, release me.
Come on now.
Yeah. Hey, I've been here for like 2 weeks. That's really bad. I gotta cut that out. No, but yeah, so the one thing I did want to talk to you about though is that you worked at the gym for 7. So you said 7 years, right?
Yeah, it's in the gym industry. So I was 2 years at Gym Fitness and 5 years at the Trim Gym.
Okay.
So that's
was that?
wow.
It's 2 different gyms, right?
Yeah. Gym Fitness and the Trim Gym.
Okay.
I just man, I wanted to do something fun. I was like, man, life needs to be about doing stuff that you enjoy,
and on your own terms, which is I love that you're doing that because I don't like working for the man. We don't like working for the man. We love having our own schedules. This is why we could do this here.
Exactly.
Because we have these jobs.
Free, to do that.
But,
so
continue.
I mean, so enjoyed working at the gym. It just got to a point where it's like, man, I'm tired of doing this because I got to be here at a certain hour, leave at a certain time. I've done this. I was like, I want to really get out and try to connect with people. Some way.
Yeah.
So that's what I really like to do. Kind of like what happened in your situation.
Yeah.
I love being able to help you out.
Exactly.
The other day right there.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I didn't know what I could do. It was like, dude. At least I could be there to witness you, succeed, whether or not you did or not.
We'll talk about it in a second.
Yeah, exactly.
So, but we're not going to steer far from that. But I want to talk to you about the things that you saw that made you mad at the gym. I'll start off because I'm light. I never worked there. I just seen things because I'm there pretty much 5 days out of the week. So for an hour and a half, and I'll see some stuff that I don't like.
Right.
But you've seen some stuff that I would love to hear. But so the things that I've noticed was when I'm in the very bottom story, kind of like almost like where used to be the CrossFit room.
Right.
Some guys now they built this new pad for like the deadlift area.
Okay. Yeah. Right.
And I think some guys like take advantage of that, and they're like, "Oh, I can throw that weight extra harder now."
Yeah.
It's not even a word, but extra hard now that there's a pad there.
Right.
And it still makes a hell of a lot more noise than normal.
Yeah.
And even
and there might not even be that much weight either.
No. So they're doing bent over rows on an Olympic bar.
Yeah.
Doing this. Right. They're not grunting, so it's whatever. It's cool. I said, okay, yeah, they're getting. I'm like getting it, yeah.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden I hear this like I hear loud noise. I jump.
Yeah.
At everything.
Right.
Like if a semi tire blew out right now because we're next to the highway, I'll jump. I'd knock everything over.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's just how I am. So even with my headphones on. In the gym, listening to probably Slayer or something that's getting me motivated to go, right? I can still hear them when I look over and they're like, huh, and all of a sudden they go up and they throw it down. What's the point of that? What's the point of throwing a freaking weight? Are you trying to prove something? Are you mad at the weight?
Yeah, I know. It's just I don't know, man.
And it's so loud. It's so freaking loud.
They could easily just sit it back down.
Yes.
Like there's no point of at the end of it just be like, screw it, I'm done.
There were so many times where I've wanted to curse, like to scream, because it just, I'm like, oh my god. Because usually when I hear loud noise, it reminds me of bad things.
Yeah, it's like that weight has done something to them.
Yeah, and so, and I just okay, another thing too. When I do bench press with dumbbells, which is that I could feel more stability with it. I like you're teaching yourself more stability instead of an actual bar.
Right.
With things what I do is when I'm done, I kind of push out and then let them fall naturally, but I'll still have a grip on them.
Gotcha.
Yeah, right. So that way they're still gonna make a boom, like a noise.
Right.
But I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna throw them back to where I found them. I'm not gonna look like just go up and go, just throw them out.
I know what you're saying, man.
What are you
doing?
You
look at it, it's like, man, this guy really thinks like he's cool or like he's done something here.
Yeah.
Like, and I think that they think they're embarrassed. Like once they get up, they're like, oh crap, that wasn't as cool as I thought it was. But then they're gonna own up to it and be like, you know what? I've already started doing this like this. I might as well finish the sets like this.
I gotta prove something now.
Yeah, and heaven forbid if somebody else comes up and says something to them, they've already probably felt really embarrassed, they're a complete just idiot. But they're gonna own up, and be like, no man, were you trying to come at me or something like that? It's the way I live. And maybe inside their head they're like, God, You're stupid.
Yeah. And I would feel okay if I saw him like, oh crap, like I shouldn't have done that, and if I fell, I'd probably walk over and be like, hey, you all right? But,
right.
It's like, oh crap, but not when you're just you're like on your last set and you're just like, yeah, this is ridiculous. But anyways, enough about that. So you told me some things that you saw. I want to hear about this. Yeah, we're like real bad.
So the main things that I usually really get upset about is whenever I'm going in the bathroom and people don't flush the toilet.
Yeah.
That's the most laziest
you can
thing
smell
to
it.
do. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
When we're talking about the urinals, man, you could do a high kick and hit the thing up and flush it. Or they don't wash their hands after they use the bathroom. And they go out there and touch all the weights. Twice this has happened, and I don't know how any human being knows that doesn't know that this has happened to him.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. Just signed up this new member, and he's all pumped and everything like that, and he's just ready to go, and he's down there working out and whatnot, and somebody in the locker room comes up the front desk and says, "Bro, there's crap everywhere." I was like, "What do you mean there's crap everywhere?" I'm thinking there's towels, stuff like that.
Yeah,
like, okay, that's normal,
stuff
like that. It's like, no, bro. There's an SHIT all over the locker room. I'm like, no, there's not. No, there's not.
Yeah.
They're like, yes, it is. Yes, it is. I'm like, oh. So I'm like, okay, all right. I'll clean it up. Okay, I'll clean it up.
Mm-hmm.
So go up to the very top locker room. I mean, there's trails, okay? There's trails.
No. Come from where? Starting where?
From the top of the locker room, dripping down the stairs, and it's falling out to the freaking weight room. I'm like, dear Lord.
Out to the weight room?
Out to the weight room. So I'm like, okay, something's got to be done here.
Yeah.
I clean it up right there, and I'm trying to like, who did that? Who did that? And then all of a sudden, the same person says, "Bro, I know the guy who did that." I was like, "He's right down there." I said, "Okay, well, show me who it is. Like, let's go upstairs and kind of act like we're just checking out what's going on." You kind of point him out.
Yeah.
And so we go upstairs, and we're looking over. He said, and I looked, I was like, oh no.
It's the biggest dude in the room.
No, I said, I just signed him up, bro.
Oh.
I just signed him up at the gym.
I wonder did he know that he had the trots?
Huh? No, I don't know. I don't think so. So I was like, I'm going to have to tell this guy who's done doo-doo all over himself, bro. And he's leaving it and it's on every machine. And he's just walking around like nothing happened, Like, hey, man, I don't know I did this or not, but it's leaving a trail. I've got to stop him dead in his tracks before he gets to, like, the hammer strength machine and just gets all over that. So,
was there, like, evidence on the shorts?
Oh, dude. So what happened? Yeah. So what happened? We walked down there, getting pretty close to him, trying to examine him, without being really creepy. So, I'm looking at him. I'm like, yeah. It's right there on the back of his shoe, and then on shorts. I was like, "Oh man!"
On the back of his shoe.
I was like, "Oh, dude!" I was like, "All right, I've got to tell him."
Yeah.
I got to tell him. So, I mean, just politely go up to him. It's like, "Hey, bud, I think you had an accident."
it's like you're working at a school for elementary kids, and you're like, "Hey, buddy, did you have an accident?"
And I would have been all embarrassed and be like, "Oh my gosh!"
Yeah.
He literally looks down. As if it's no big deal, looks at me and said, "Oh, okay, I'll change and leave." He just be like, picked up like it's happened a dozen times. Left, saw him back, the next day like nothing ever happened. I don't know what to do about that. That's happened twice, all right? Twice.
Twice?
Yeah.
Different guy? Same guy?
Different guy, but this guy, he wasn't all there, so we had to ask him to leave, because he knew what would happen. He couldn't really take care of himself.
Oh,
but still, man, it's just that one guy was like, okay,
whatever.
Another day, what I'm saying? I'll go clean it up right there.
Come here, let me show you.
I'm not canceling his membership out, because he just signed up and he was paying like, I don't know, $90 or $100 a month. I was like, that's a pretty big account right there. I was like, I guess I'll take one poo-poo for the year. You get one a year. You can crap on yourself once a year.
You're
fine, but I'm not cleaning up the next one.
You walk in the back.
Oh,
man, my buddy told me this one time. He worked at Target, and I think it was a little kid that did this because I don't think they knew any better. But he told me he sometimes had to clean the bathrooms, right? And there was a lot of women that worked at this Target.
Yeah.
And so he had to go in the men's restroom, right?
Right.
So They're like, hey, Chris, I'll edit that out. Hey, man, somebody went bad.
Yeah, something has happened in there.
He just kind of looked at him like, it's bad.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to tell you this, but you gotta do this. There's nothing but women here. Like, you gotta do this.
This is on you.
Yeah. And so he goes, okay. Opens the door. And he doesn't see anything. And he's like, I don't smell anything. I don't see anything.
Yeah.
And he's checking the stalls, and he goes to the handicap stall and opens it, and it looked like somebody butt kissed the floor. Like,
Oh my god!
like somebody squatted and went, bloop,
Yeah.
and then lifted up off the
Yeah. Wow.
It looked like a perfect little Hershey kiss. Like
Oh my gosh!
It. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he told me that after I think he quit. I don't think he cleaned it up. He left. He went on lunch or something. He quit.
Yeah.
Because there was like little pedals. It was like a little
my
trail.
gosh.
Walking
Like
out there.
in Super Nintendo Mario, like we were about to do a power jump right there. He was in that position, jump, hits that right down. Yeah. Golly.
And I worked at Panera for
yeah.
like 3 or 4 years, something like that.
Yeah.
And I worked the dining room a lot, because I didn't I hated making sandwiches. I didn't want to work the line. It was just like, well,
Right.
I don't want to do it.
Right.
So my manager comes up. She's like, hey, in the ladies' room, somebody vomited on the floor.
I hate vomit, man.
And it looks like they just ate and then went in there and threw up.
Oh my gosh.
I was this close to setting that whole restroom on fire.
Were you really?
Yeah, I wanted to get a flamethrower and go.
She probably did it on purpose. You think she did it on purpose?
No, I think she would. It was probably genuinely sick.
Yeah.
Because usually when you have an upset stomach, people resort to chicken noodle soup, and that's what they serve at Panera.
Oh, yeah.
And when you opened the door, all you saw was chicken noodle soup everywhere. And I almost lost it when I don't know why I did this, but I took a mop to it, and I was just doing this, and I was just throw up just talking about it. It was just pushing stuff around. It was not cleaning nothing.
Dude, I can deal with poo. I can't deal with throw
No.
up. I don't know why.
Nope.
I mean, take the two. They're both gross, but throw up just like it's over. Even my
poop
own
is
kids
funny,
throw
dude.
up. Yeah.
Poop is funny.
Yeah,
I don't
no,
care.
it is.
It's hilarious.
You got emoji. You don't have a poop or a puke emoji.
No.
Poop emojis,
No.
You know.
Yeah, because you're not feeling good when you throw up. You know?
No. So, Panera Bread here in town?
No. This was back in Florida.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you have people just hang out there all day long?
Had punks, man. We had punks hang out there.
Yeah.
Like, I remember we had some girl that worked there that were friends with these punks, and they would come in and they would just sit there and make a mess on the floor, make a mess on the table. Like they would. This one kid deep throated a baguette and put it back on the table and left.
What in the world?
And I said, "Was that your friends?" She goes, "Yeah." And I was like, just tell him not to come back. You know, I'm gonna do something about this. And I was a little, I wasn't gonna do nothing about it.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there looking at them, and they're all like laughing at me out the window because there's these two big windows. That, they see me cleaning up. They're like, like looking at them, and I'm like picking this stuff with with napkins. It's just all wet.
Gosh, y'all have a time limit. Y'all have to be like, all right, y'all gotta get out of here. Like if somebody was there for business or stuff like that.
Oh yeah, we had some drunk guys show up, like drunk homeless people show up and start banging on the window and try to order.
Really?
Yeah. Like try to order through the window, like it was like a menu,
wow.
but it was just a big window.
Yeah.
They're like, hey bud, we're closed, 9 o'clock. He's like, and I'd be like, okay, I'll get you a baguette if you leave. If I give you a baguette, he goes. I'm like,